I'm Carrie Bammer, and I am the Animal Care Manager here at the Humane Society of South Central Michigan. We are located at 2500 Watkins Road, Battle Creek, Michigan, 49015. Our hours of operation are Tuesday through Friday from 12 noon to 6 p.m. and on Saturdays from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. We are closed to the public on Sundays and Mondays. You can reach the shelter by calling 269-963-1796, and you can also visit our website at www.hs-scm.org. If you see any of the animals today that you are interested in, we cannot always guarantee that they will be available by the time that you see this, so you would always want to call the shelter at the number that I've given you, or you can always visit our website to see what animals that we have here that are available. Please call the shelter to find out more information on any of the animals that you see today that you liked. And thank you for watching. This is Holly. She's one of the kittens that we have available right now. She was born May 6th of 2015. She was actually born in foster. Holly is a female tortie. She is very, very sweet. She's very active and rambunctious, and she has mad climbing and jumping skills. She would do well with children that are, at least 8 years and older, maybe a little bit younger, so it really depends on the family. And they're respectful with her. She most likely will get along with another cat, and she will probably get along with a dog with a slow, proper introduction. She was around a dog in her first foster home a little bit. In the second foster home, she was just around other cats, and she did fine. So she's going to make an awesome companion for the right person, couple, or family. And this is Holly. This is Adrienne. Adrienne is Holly's sister, born in May of 2015. She is a very beautiful black kitten. She's very active. She loves to play. She loves jumping and climbing and just being rambunctious like a normal kitten. She should do fine with children that are at least 8 years or older, possibly younger. It depends on the family and the experience. She will most likely get along with other cats, dogs, and will make an awesome companion for the right situation. And this is Adrienne. This is Mona. Mona is a domestic long hair. She was born in January of 2014. Mona is a pretty quiet cat most of the time. She pretty much keeps to herself. She would do well in a house with older children that were respectful with her. She may be okay with another cat as long as there was plenty of space for both of them. As you can tell, she's still very playful. She came in with some kittens and they were older. So Mona, she is about 1.5 years old, but she's got a lot of playfulness in her. She doesn't mind being brushed and she doesn't mind being petted. She's not real keen about being held, so that's why the older kids. She most likely will adapt to a dog as long as it is cat friendly and they are introduced properly and slowly. And this is Mona. This is Fluff. Fluff is a domestic long-hair female. She was born in August of 2013. Fluff is a very nice cat. She would do best in a home as the only cat, and she would most likely do well with older children. Even though she really likes to play with a lot of the customers that come in here in the shelter pals, she's very, very active and enjoys playing with toys, running around the room. She is a regular on our giant wheel that we have in our solarium. She runs on that at least an hour a day, I think, if you break up all the times that she's on it, and she absolutely loves running on that wheel. I think that that's kind of helped her attitude a little bit because normally she can be a little bit feisty, and as she's getting more exercise running on the wheel, she's become a lot more loving. Fluff would most likely adapt to a dog as long as they're introduced properly and slowly, and she is going to be a wonderful companion for the right person, couple, or family. And this is Fluff. This is Snowflake. Snowflake is a domestic short hair, and she was born in August of 2012. She is brand new to the room today, and so if you notice her hissing a little bit at the other cats, that's completely normal. Snowflake was spayed, and she was front to clawed prior to coming to the shelter. She was surrendered because someone had become allergic in the household, and so they didn't know what else to do. They surrendered her here. She is very affectionate. She's pretty playful and very vocal. She most likely would do fine with another cat in a home as long as there's plenty of room. She doesn't really mind the other cats here. She just really wants to make sure that she establishes her where she fits in here. So she's going to hiss at them, which is telling them to please stay away. And a lot of them are being very respectful with her. She would most likely do well with children that are 8 years and older and are respectful with her. I think that she was in a home with a dog, so she most likely will adapt to a dog with a slow, proper introduction. She'll make a very nice companion for the right person, couple, or family, as long as, they give her time to adjust. And there's a cat behind Marianne, and that's probably why she's hissing. So this is Snowflake, and she's available for adoption. This is Elsa. Elsa, this is her first day in the room, so she's pretty upset. She is front declawed. She is about 3 years old. She is a very nice girl, and she really likes to be petted. She is not real fond of being around all these other cats. She kind of needs to be brushed. She is a little matted in the back, which we've been kind of brushing her shortly, a little bit here and a little bit there. As you can tell, she really likes the attention, but she's just not real fond of being the center of attention here in the room. She would do fine in a home, maybe with another cat, as long as there was plenty of room. She would do best if she had plenty of space for herself, a nice window so that way she could watch the birds. And she may adapt to a dog. She came from a home where there was a dog, but I don't know what the relationship was. So she would be best with maybe an older dog or a cat-friendly dog, and they just had lots of time to get to know each other. I would put her in a home probably with older children, and they were respectful of her and not pushing her limits too much. She's going to be a very nice lap cat for the right person. I think she's wonderful. It breaks your heart when they come in like this, and they want the attention so badly, but they're so afraid to ask for it. I mean, look at her. She would do anything right now just to have somebody rubbing her back, except for that kitten, of course. And this is Elsa. This beautiful black cat is Carly. She is a domestic short hair, and she was born in August of 2014, so happy birthday to Carly. Carly is a very sweet girl. She would do well in a home with children that are at least 5 years and older and are respectful with her. She most likely will adapt to another cat. She'll most likely do fine with a dog. I'm not exactly sure if she was in a home with a dog before, but with her laid-back personality, she most likely will adapt to a dog with a slow, proper introduction. She's very playful, she's very affectionate, and she's going to make an awesome companion. And that was Carly. This is Derek. Derek is a male domestic short hair, and he was also born in August of 2014, so happy birthday to Derek also. Derek is a pretty reserved cat for the most part. He does solicit attention, and he does not mind being petted. He most likely would do well in a home with a dog with a slow, proper introduction. He may be best as the only cat unless he was adopted with one of his siblings, which I think the only one that's left is Carly. The other two have been adopted. He is kind of forward with the other cats, and because he is reserved, he may have a hard time adapting to another cat that's older than him or even younger. So it really depends. Derek would do best with children that are probably 10 years and older, and he'll make an awesome companion for the right person, couple, or family. And this is Derek. This is Dahlia. Dahlia is a domestic long hair. She is what we would consider as being a tortoiseshell. Dahlia normally isn't on AccessVision because she hides a lot, but she's coming out more and more. She is one of those that's she acts kind of weird like that, but she does like her chin rubbed and the side of her face rubbed. Dahlia is about 5 years old. She has been at the shelter for about 2 years now. Most of that is because she hides quite often. Dahlia is one of those cats that she would do well in a home with probably older kids that are 12 or 15 years or older. She would do well if she had her own area in the house. She doesn't really mind the other cats. She doesn't mess with the other cats, and they don't really mess with her. She doesn't mind being brushed from time to time. She loves treats. As you can tell, she hasn't missed a meal since the day she's been here. She came in and she had kittens, and then she also nursed another litter of kittens, so she's a very good mommy. Dahlia will make a nice companion For a patient owner, someone that has some cat experience and doesn't really have a high expectations, like Dahlia will be one of those that you'll wake up in the morning and be like, oh, look at, she's out on the couch, or oh, she's laying on the foot of your bed. Once she learns to trust you, gains your trust, that type of thing, she's actually a very nice cat. She just is getting kind of snotty right now because all the other cats are around her. But Dahlia will make a very nice companion. And this is Dal. This big man here is Goose. He is a domestic long hair. He was born in May of 2014. Goose has a very peculiar personality. He can be very affectionate at times, but he can also be kind of finicky, like he is right now. He's kind of frisky. He's very curious. He likes to get into things. He most likely will be one of those cats that likes to know where his owner is, likes to sit next to them, and while you're on your computer, while you're trying to do something, he is going to want to be either sitting right above you, right next to you, or right on your lap. He would probably do best as the only cat in his home. He may adjust to a dog with a proper and a slow introduction. He doesn't always do well with change, which kind of is surprising because he is a very big boy and you would think that he would be very confident. When he first came in, he was a little upset, being in a cage. And he did adapt to it pretty quick, and because he's affectionate, he wants that type of affection, so he would draw you in. But once he got up here in the room, he got into everything. The paper towels, he was into, every time a new cat comes in, he wants to know exactly what's going on, who's doing it. When you're cleaning, he wants to be right where you're at most of the time. So he's going to be a very interesting housemate. He's going to be a very nice companion for the right person, couple, or family. And he's going to be kind of like a dog cat, if you know what I'm talking about, where he likes to know what you're doing, and he's very playful. So he's going to make a really nice companion. And this is Goose. This is Sage. Sage is a Siamese mix. She is about 1 year old. She's been at the shelter for a little while, but she is having a hard time adapting with the other cats. She's doing much, much better though. When she first came in, her coat was real thin. She had a lot of parasites and she wasn't spayed. So we've taken care of all of that, got her on a really good diet. She's gaining weight. Her coat looks much better. Her eyes look beautiful blue. She would do best as the only cat in her home. She may adjust to a cat-friendly dog. But we would recommend probably older children with her just because she is kind of, perstickety is what we like to call it. She is a true Siamese. She's very vocal. She'll make a very nice companion for someone who understands Siamese and has had them before. She's a nice girl and she'll make a really nice companion. And this is Sage. This is Antony. Antony is a male domestic shorthair, and he was born in April of 2012. He is a very sweet cat. He really likes to be petted, and he's very playful. He gets along okay with some of the other cats here in the room. He has a couple that he is very fond of playing with and does not mind roughhousing with them. I don't recommend him with children under the age of 12 because he doesn't understand really the difference between roughhousing and when it's good and when it's bad. He came from a house where there was a lot of other cats. He is looking much, much better now that he is neutered and vaccinated and up to date on all of his shots. He will make an awesome companion. He most likely will get along with a cat-friendly dog and someone who has a little bit of cat experience. He is very playful and he is very affectionate. But it's always good when you have a cat that's about 3 years old that's come out of a situation where there's been a lot of cats that you have a little bit of experience with cats. I don't recommend him for a first timer. And this is Antony, and he'll make an awesome companion for the right situation. This is Bobby. Bobby is a domestic shorthair male black cat, and he was born in November of 2013. Bobby was found as a stray, and he was brought into shelter. He was not in the best of shape when he was brought in, but he looks wonderful now. You can tell by looking at his beautiful green eyes. Bobby can be a little reserved. He may be best with a single person or a couple, and being the only cat in the home. He may adapt to another depending on what the personalities were. He may adapt to a dog with a slow, proper introduction, but children should be at least 8 years or 10 years or older in his new home. He may show a lot more personality once he is away from the shelter. There's a lot of commotion on days, and he may just be one of those cats that's really not fond of that. And then once he gets into a home, he shows a lot more personality, being more playful and more outgoing. He does not mind being petted. He's not real great about being picked up and held. But you never know. That can change a cat once they gain the trust of their new owners. He could be a really nice lap cat. Bobby will make a great companion for the right person or couple. And this is Bobby.
AccessVision. Your voice, your community.